Hey, leave that alone! Bird! Why are you mean to me, bird? Oh shoot, now look what you made happen. Seriously, bird? You're causing problems, buddy. Always causing problems, you bird. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing good today. Alright guys, we are finally tearing into this Shovelhead project, the FX2FL project that has been sitting for way too long now. Now, this bike might look like it's together already, but it's not actually together. It is just deceiving you. Everything is coming off of it except for the front end, the swing arm, and then the engine and the tranny are staying in the frame. Pretty much everything else is going to be coming off, and I'm going to start with taking the wheels off, and then I'm going to work my way in from there. So let's get digging into this old Shovelhead. Hey everyone, before we get too far into this video, I just wanted to jump in here real quick and remind you all about the upcoming live Q&A on my channel this Sunday, October 22nd at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you're wondering what time that is in your own time zone, there will be a link in the description to this video to an all time zones website. So all you have to do is click on that link and it'll tell you exactly what time and day the live stream will end up airing in your very own time zone. So go check that link out. And if you guys are interested in asking me some questions, then I hope you'll show up this Sunday, and I hope I'll see you all in the comments. And again, I wanted to thank all of my recent subscribers for getting me up to my 15,000 subscriber mark, and of course all of my long-term subscribers as well. I look forward to seeing you all in the comments and answering your questions this Sunday, October 22nd at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. See you there. This bike was basically just put together just to get a mock-up kind of idea of it, but it's just sat, as you guys have seen since the beginning of my channel. It's basically sat. And for anybody who doesn't know any history about this bike, it was originally bought by my brother, who was going to build it himself, well, with my dad's help, but he had the idea because he's always liked the way the FLs looked, so he decided he wanted to go from the FX style and turn it into an FL style Shovelhead. So my dad and my brother started on that. Then my brother ended up moving out of the province. Yeah, he just ended up selling the bike to my dad, so it's my dad's bike now, and my dad and I are going to finish the project. Alright, fender is off, axle time. And one thing that I always do when I take a wheel off, because we all know that usually you got a bunch of spacers and different parts and stuff like that that all need to be put in the proper order, I always put the parts back on the axle in the order that they came off of the bike. So it's just good practice. There we go. So I want to put these all back on, preferably exactly how they came off. I'm pretty sure that was on that way. And then this, I've just stacked this all up exactly how it came off the bike. Just pop it on there. And then we should be able to easily figure out exactly how all these spacers sit. And actually this axle is not even the proper axle. We're gonna need a different axle. This one's a little bit too long because we went from a box tube swing arm to round tube swing arm. So the box tube swing arm axle is actually too long for the swing arm we've got right now. So we're gonna need one to fit a round tube swing arm. So that's the back end. I'm gonna do the front wheel, and then I'm gonna start with probably the oil bucket first because it's sitting in there all floppy, and then the primary carburetor's coming off. A lot of stuff's coming off. All right, so one thing that I like to use when I'm taking wheels off is actually this wood splitter and it's just a wedge for splitting wood. So I like to actually just put this underneath of the wheel just to basically so that the wheel is not just hanging, because I've got the bike lifted up right now. I don't want to lower it and mess around with blocks and all that still. So I'm just going to put this wedge under there just enough that it's kind of just the wheel is resting on it so that the wheel doesn't drop. I'm not fighting against the weight of the wheel to get the axle out. There we go. There we go. So same thing here. I just like to keep everything in a nice stack in the same order that I take it off the axle, so that it can all go back on the axle the exact same way. I don't have to figure that out later. And then we'll just give it a little tappy tap. Their little baby mallet. It's a baby hammer. Little rubber hammer. Do you imagine having actually a rubber hammer, like full rubber handle and everything, and just flopping around? That would be pretty useless. Okay, get my speedo drive out of there. Try not to let everything fall over while I get this all back together real quick. Real quick and slick. Oh, I'm a nerd. Okay, and then we can get this out. Turn that. Try not to lift by the spokes because you don't need all that weight being put on a few spokes. Okay. So I'm gonna actually start with the gas tanks, I think. Work from the top to the bottom. Stop biting my hand. Leave it alone. Okay, get out of here. That really hurts. Get, you brat. He hates these gloves. He always thinks it's time to fight when I have these gloves on. All right, oil bucket is out. I will do these before I do the primary, because the primary is gonna have this stuff in the way. So I'm gonna take off my forward controls first. So I gotta take the kickstand off first, and then I can take this all off. So we'll take that off first, and then everything else should be able to come off as is. So this bike should be a pretty quick project. There is not a whole lot of fabricating to do on it. So next to come off is the primary. There we go. Everything else is stained. It's got the carburetor on the other side and the other forward control on the other side. And then that's it, I think, for this little strip down episode. Not the kind of strip down you'll probably want, but it's the one you're gonna get. It's actually so nice having a chair to roll around on in the garage. And actually, I like working on that side of the bench better because my toolbox is over there and the bench is there and everything, and I can just roll around. And I know I'm probably too young to be that lazy, but it's just so convenient. Like, this is like you just spin your chair around and your tools are right there. Spin your chair around and the bench is right there. It's so easy, so handy. Okay, dokey. So we got this coming off. There we go. So now I just got my carburetor to come off. We're gonna go old school with this one and do a Super B. Get that off of there. Crusty old overflow line. So crusty, ew. Ew, crusty. That is so crusty. It's all stripped down. Loki's liking it. Little brat, aren't you, Loki? He just likes the shop. Good bad baby. yeah, there we go, guys. We're ready to get grumbling on this. And there are the parts, some of the parts, and the rest of the parts. These are all the parts I just took off. And then everything in these boxes is all the parts that was already on the bench. So we got a lot of parts to sort through. Plus we've got our wheels here and more parts, clutch parts, some parts on the other side of that bike. We got parts everywhere, and all the parts are going back on this thing. So guys, that is the official start to this project, and I'm actually really excited for it because I feel like I was working on that Dyna for like forever. It was like, I'm gonna die working on this Dyna. And it's so nice to be starting a new project. I'm sure that a lot of you guys know how that feels when you have one project that just drags on and on and on and on. That's what the Dyna felt like. And I just felt like we were gonna be working on it forever. But now that I'm starting on a new project, I'm actually super excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get this thing together. Can't wait to ride it for the first time. And this is gonna be a fun one for sure, and I can't wait to see it done. So consider this the first video in the FX to FL series on my channel. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the next one. Now that we've got going on this, it's gonna be pretty steady, and we're gonna be out here almost every day as much as we can, working away at this thing and just getting it done bit by bit. I know a lot of you have been waiting for it. I've actually had so many questions and comments just asking about this bike, and now it is time that we actually get going on it. And yeah. We're all excited. I know I am. I know you guys are. But that's it for this video anyway, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like always, if you like what you see, or if you just like me, or even if you don't like me but you like my bikes, then like this video, comment, subscribe, do all those things you guys do. And like always, my lovely YouTube people, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace. Okay, we got one spacer there. That's in my stack. Let go of me. Hey, ouch. Bird, ow. Get out of here. Get out of here, you little brat. Bird, that hurts. You're messing this up, man. Stop it, okay? It's just a glove. Get out of here. You little jerk. Man.